Hello and welcome back to Raw Slow Gaming, where we're currently playing Bath City Football Club and are just starting the pre-season of our second season in Vanarama League South. We finished up last season by just making it to the playoff, or not just, we finished 5th in the league and made the playoffs. And won the first match. Unfortunately, we lost the semi-final, so we didn't have the chance to get promoted, but hopefully we can fix that this season. So please remember to leave a like or hit that like button, comment on anything you would like, anything that you want to tell me, any feedback, any thoughts on the format and everything would be much appreciated. And also the most positive and most informative comment on each episode will get pinned. And lastly, and most importantly, remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that are coming out daily for Football Manager 2019 and other content as well. So without further ado, let's get into the preseason here. So we have just cleared the first, well, not cleared, past the last of June. So we have fired or let a couple of players go. So we cleared the wage budget a bit, and we have had an increase of our wage budget as well for this season to 32.5 or 4k, and we're currently spending at 26.2k, so we're actually quite well in the terms of the wage budget, and we also actually have a bit of a transfer budget now, but that is something that we will move to our scouting department, so we might be able to have one more package here. So we can have this youth package as well. So we'll add that. We'll change our scouting budget here. So we'll put all of our transfer budget towards our scouting budget. I think that's a good option. And yeah, let's have a look at our team report here and our squad depth. So for strikers, we got Ryan Brandt still going strong, and John Mills, and we signed a backup player here, Oliver. So that seems pretty good. For midfield in the left, we still have Sean Rigg, and for center we have Stewart still, of course, and we have a loan player here of London, who's also pretty decent. And on the midfield right, we have also a lone player here of K Sparta, and Ross Stern is actually with us another season, I see here, so that's okay, I guess, and not something that we really can do something about. I don't remember if we actually, in a mistake, gave him a new contract, but yeah, that's the way it is, I guess then. And for the defenders on the left, we don't have much backup, but we still have Dan Ball, pretty good. And in the center, we have Jack Batten and Robbie Candy, which also pretty good. We could maybe use a defender in the center as a backup player here, or instead of Candy. So we'll have a look at the loan market, I think, or maybe even on expired players for defender in center. And for defender on the right, we signed a good player here with Robbie Hutton, or Hutton, I don't know the first name. We also signed Lewis for a backup here, and he's also a decent backup for the center, so we might not need a defender in the center position actually, and we signed a decent keeper here as well. So overall, pretty good and decent team. I feel like maybe a good midfielder in the center would be something that we would be very interested in mainly, and maybe also a defender in the center. But other than that, I think the teams look pretty good. And let's have a quick look here at the finances. So last month for June we made a big loss, but that's just as expected since we didn't play any matches, so we didn't get any ticket income. And this profit loss projection resets every year, or the start of every year, so it looks very bad, but I think it will be quite similar to last season. So we will probably make a profit of around 250k again. So let's move on here. Oh, actually 38k was the loss last month. So these players are of course not something that we are going to be able to sign. And here we have a lot of players, or all the players are basically on a 1-year contract, and we won't bother with extending any of them just right now. And for friendly matches, I don't know if we will play those matches, or we will just let the assistant manager play them. If we do play them, I think we will speed up everything on the replays and such. We don't really like to bother with the friendly matches that much. And here is our job security, so they're still pretty happy with our performance, but not with the tactics that we have used. But that's mostly due to that we had a bad run in the end of last season, I feel. So let's see here. So Postman here could be a decent midfielder in the center, so it could be a decent player to sign for being in the center. And let's see here how many long players we have. We have 2 long players. And let's see on our scouting what we have here. Priorities. So let's have a look here at David Lynch. He's actually played quite a bit on, in the Vanarama National League and the North and South as well. And he could be an okay player, I guess, but yeah, I don't think we will bother with him. He's a little bit too old for our liking. We have made an offer actually of Postma already for loan, so that's alright. So several players are thinking that our squad is lacking depth, so let's see where they think we are lacking depth. So it's for the goalkeeping department, and I'll let the guys know that I don't think we need that at all, since we signed a new keeper for that, and he's much better than the keeper we already had. Sure, the backup isn't that great, but we can't really have backup players at this level. If that's something we will need, we will just loan in a decent player. So we'll hope that they are okay with what we say, and they are, so that's good. So, as I said, I feel like we are pretty happy with the team, so I think we will mostly go forward here and trying to get to the actual season. And once we have done that, I guess we will do something else, or not to do something else. Once we have done that, it will be our regular setup for the episodes, and yeah, basically until that we will check all of these things, transfers that will happen along the way, and try to snap up maybe a player or two more to strengthen our team if possible. Like this player, I'm not sure here. Yeah, he could be better than our current midfielder on the right, or probably is. But we don't know, and he doesn't. He won't be. I don't think that we would be able to offer him what he wants anyway, so. And Ole Cook went to Billy Kay, who were scouted quite a long time here at Merstham. And yeah, I guess that's okay, even though this might be a player we would have liked to sign, but yeah. I've had him shortlisted, so don't know exactly when he actually signed for Billy Kay, since we should have gotten a notification or a mail about that. So we would have been able to be in the fight to sign him, but yeah. We'll discard that since he's not interested. We'll take a look here at our scouting and see if I have any interesting players offering their service. So midfielder, he doesn't look that great, to be honest. Actually, he's a striker rather, so but still doesn't look that great. But since the line here says that he would add a bit of quality, let's scout him out and see what he's all about. And we don't want a 29-year-old player no matter what. And not search for either. Actually, we can take a little look here on Danny Wright. Yeah, for being a striker, he hasn't really scored that much, I think. So yeah, not too much interesting players there. So let's go on. So the training rating for last week was 7.01, so an okay rating for preseason. Not the greatest, but let's have a look here on the individual level. So Hutton started with a good training, so that's good. And I will criticize Lewis and Oliver here that are below 6.5. We won't praise those above 8 just yet. We will wait a little bit with doing that. And this seems like quite an interesting player, so let's try to scout and let's try to follow Billy K here, since we wouldn't mind another midfielder. And actually also let's have a look here at the player search and loan for midfielder in the center. So we have a couple of players here actually that might be interesting. So let's scout all these players that are more valuable than the players we have scouted below. So let's keep scouting the players even though he's injured. Get scout report for him as well, and this player as well. So I think we'll let our assistant manager do the friendly matches. We can't offer the wage that he requests, and let's remove the yearly wage rise and promotion wage rise from discussion, and we'll do like that. So I think we won't be able to match what he will demand here. Yeah, I don't think that's the case now. We didn't have the financial strength there to offer enough wage to the player, so that's a bit unfortunate, especially when the scouting report is coming back, I guess, since it probably will be quite good. And we have Hutton out for 6 to 9 days here in our first training match, so that's not the greatest, but I guess it's okay, since yeah, he is not at least out for that long, so that's okay. So basically we will just try, as said, to go through the preseason here, and we'll probably be maybe at 2 episodes, this episode and 1 more episode, before we're through the preseason. So we'll accept here the loan offer that we have done for Basma to join our club, and we'll see if he's better than the current loan player we have in. So not really, they are all about the same, but now at least we have backup in the midfield, so that's good. And we have Jefford improving by quite a lot, so this is a player that seems quite promising actually, and could maybe be something for the first team eventually if you keep on training good. It would be very interesting, or very good to have players coming up from our youth division. That's not really the case that much in these levels. Well, as at least as soon as we will start improving and getting higher in the tiers, it will take quite a bit of time, I guess, to get our youth academy up to date, or up to the same level that we are competing in. So in this lowest level, you might get some players that are good enough for the first team, so that's good. So we'll scout the trial day that are held for England, or in England. So we'll scout that and not attend the game. We'll listen and trust our scouts. And Bennett went to Skybet League 2, a pretty valuable player, so that's understandable that he don't want to play in 2 leagues below Skybet League 2. So I can't blame him that he didn't want to sign to us. So let's see what's this all about. So yeah, a player that we did scout before, but we already got 2 signers for defender on the right and 2 better players as well. So, and here we won't allow any players to be available for the second team or for the under 23s. Or actually we'll allow Bosma here to be available for that match for 60 minutes until he's match fit. And same with James Oliver and Ross Stern and Matt Richards. Yeah. The problem here in the preseason is that our assistant manager usually arranges matches for the under 23s on the same day as for the senior team. And here we have O'Neill, the player that thought he was good, and he's, well, alright, I would say, not more. And let's see what role he plays in. So he would add a bit of quality, he says, so let's scout him and we'll see. And the center back we could use, so let's scout him as well. And yeah, this player is a bit too old, so don't really like that, but we'll scout him as well anyway. And we won't scout him because he's too old, and then we don't have any interesting players before Dawson here. We have already signed a midfielder on the right, so we won't bother with that. And this would have been a decent player to try and sign if we didn't already had done so, so I think we will let that be. So we'll discard that and certainly discard this player and this player as well. And here we have something really interesting, but that's also as a midfield winger, so that's actually not interesting. And for midfield center, we really want someone better than 2.5 stars like this. But really he's not that good. I guess it would be okay, but not to the wage that he would require. So we'll walk away, but we'll add him to the shortlist for a while actually. So let's see here. Let's add him to the shortlist for 3 months and acknowledge his skills, so to say. And for an attacking midfielder, we don't need that. Or an attacking midfielder on the right. And this player as well, I think we'll add to shortlist for 3 months and maybe wait a little bit and try to snatch him up later, and he could maybe have a lower wage than he has now as a request. So we'll acknowledge that as well. And here we actually have a sort of a decent backup keeper, so let's sign him for a hot prospect. And we'll try at 150 euros per month. So let's see if 170 work out. No. So yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. So let's just acknowledge that, and that's much too expensive. And this player actually looks a lot more decent, and in his wage request and everything. And yeah, I think this is a player we would like to sign, but he's not interested in moving to us, so we will add him to the short list as well and try to sign him later when he might agree to move to a team as us. And we'll discard that player. Not interesting, and not interesting as well. And here we have a new striker who has a very low wage request, so this is for sure someone we will try to sign, even though his stats doesn't look that good. But we'll, as said, we will trust our scout, so let's try to sign this player. And our second training week here, we have an average rating of 6.79, so unfortunately not that great at all. But the preseason is usually a lot worse than the actual season. But we'll we actually choose the wrong here. We started to choose the wrong action for Jack Batten. We started to praise him for his training when we wanted to criticize him, so that's not the best. And unfortunately here he is losing stats and haven't really gained stats. He has gained a little bit throughout last season, but he lost everything and a little bit more here in the start of the preseason. Very unfortunate, but yeah, let's see here if we have any other player improving. We still have Matt Richards improving overall, and it's crazy since he's so old, but he's one of our best improvers throughout this time. We have come here improving pretty good, so that's good at least. And Hodges as well, and our new signings, or Jefford is also improving a lot, and we have Carl Stewart improving a lot here as well, which is very good. So now he's actually maybe a little bit improved from when we signed him. He had a bit of a rocky start, one could say. So we'll go through this match here also, and this try to sign. So we want to land between 900 and 1.3k per month. So let's try to make that happen. Basically we'll just follow this since we can't select anything else. So we'll start at 825, 875. Okay, so we'll land at 1.2. That's alright, I guess. One of our opponents, Slow, also makes an offer for the striker there. So hopefully we can manage to snap him up, or rather than Slow. But we'll see. And we lose our friendly match against Salford, and unfortunately we get Carl Stewart injured, so let's see how bad it is. And it's pretty bad, and it's 4 to 6 weeks, and we'll send him to the specialist to get 1 week less of injury for him. So not what we wanted to happen at all, but yeah, that's how it is. So we'll call it an episode here. So remember to leave a like, or hit that like button, comment on any thoughts you have, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe so you don't miss out on anything, any of the new episodes that we are bringing to you daily here at Raw Slow Gaming. So anyway, that will be all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.